Good morning, everyone. It's about 11 o'clock on this beautiful Sunday morning. Coming to you guys here from Chicago. I'm at my hotel this morning getting ready to check out, but I figured I'd just talk to you guys a little bit. And I wanted to talk about being able to just persevere. And I think this is a really good topic to talk about because there's so many people every day that's telling you what you can do and what you can't do. Never let anyone dictate your circumstances or dictate your future. Okay? Doesn't matter what your past is, your history has nothing to do with your destiny. Okay? So I'm coming to you guys today to encourage you. I want you guys to understand that, I come from a city of Chicago. I was, raised in a rough part of town, Inglewood. And I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter where you were born. It doesn't matter what area that you lived in. It doesn't matter who raised you. We all have this thing called a will, the will to do right or the will to do wrong, the will to persevere or the will to just wither away. But you guys got to ask yourself, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to be that person that's above that 95%? Because 95% of people and circumstances dictate their future. 95% of those individuals will allow certain circumstances to stop them from pursuing their dreams and their aspirations. But see, that 5%, that's what I'm talking about. That 5%. See, that 5% is something special about them, or I should say us, because I know I belong in that 5%. But you got to get yourself in that 5%. See, that percentage of individuals, they don't care what other people think. See, people will always have something to say about you, but that's a good thing. See, when people are talking about you, that means you're doing something right. If they're quiet and they're not saying anything, it just means that you got a little bit more work to do. All right. So it's okay when people talk about you that you're doing something, and whether it's in a positive or a negative, because some people just have nothing better else to do. But here's what I want to leave you with. Understand this. There's always going to be people that will tell you you can't do something or you shouldn't do something. And the reason why they do it is because they're too afraid to do it themselves. See, they're too afraid to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Because no matter what it is that you do in life, you have to sacrifice to get what you want. You got to be willing to do what others are not willing to do for you to get what others don't have. Start getting you a mentor. Stop hanging with these certain individuals. Do you guys understand that some of you guys have too many squares in your circle? You got too many squares in your circle. If you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So what I want to leave you guys with is this. Make sure you hang around individuals that will impact you in a positive light. Stop being around individuals that's going to tear you down. Those negative people, they always got something negative to say. They always want to give somebody a piece of their mind. Let me tell you something about people that always want to give somebody a piece of their mind. Do you know those folks are crazy? Let me tell you why they're crazy. If a person always keeps giving someone a piece of their mind, right? Eventually, they'll have nothing left. Because they keep giving people a piece of their mind. They'll have nothing left. They turn crazy. That's why them folks are crazy. Okay? So you need to be around with positive individuals, all right? Get around people that don't just watch TV all the time, that they actually pick up a book and read. Do you know, leaders are readers. Learn from other individuals that have been through certain circumstances that you've been through. Okay? I know a lot of people say, well, Jermaine, you don't know my situation. I see you with your success. I see you having a great time. I see you, but what a lot of people don't see is what happens when Facebook logs off or when I log off of Twitter. They don't see the sacrifice that I put in for my family. They don't see the long nights and long days that I put in just so that I can make sure my family, my kids are in a position that they will never have to worry about anything for the rest of their lives. See, we do too many things like leave behind bills and not wills. Okay? Folks are not leaving legacies behind. They're leaving troubles. They're leaving debt. That's the reason why I do what I do. Why do you do what you do? Why do you do what you're not supposed to do so that you can have what you want out of life? It's just this thing called responsibility. Not your why, but your responsibility. Who are you responsible for? See, I'm not just responsible for my life. I'm responsible for a few other lives. What are you willing to do to make your life better than what it was before? What are you willing to do to impact this world? What are you willing to do to leave an impression upon other people? See, you waking up every day breathing, helping other people should be a service just for having that luxury. That is a luxury to be able to wake up every morning just to breathe. You know, some people right now don't even know when they'll wake up the next morning or if they'll wake up the next morning because of conditions that they may have, whether it be cancer, diabetes, all of these other different things that go on with people. You just don't know. But what are you willing to do to impact not just your life? Because it can't always be about you. You got to be able to help other people. A blessing is not a blessing unless you're willing to pass it on to other people. Okay? So, what I want to leave you with is this. And I'm not a person that's religious or anything like that, but I hear so many people always say, you know what? I'm broke. I'm stressed out. I'm going through all these circumstances. I am this. I am that. They're always negative. Here's what you have to learn to do. Now, in the Bible in Exodus 3, God says, I am. So when you say I am negative, or when you say I am broke, or when you say I am sick, you're actually using God's name in vain. Again, I'm not religious. I know it's Sunday, right? But I got to share this. But he said in Exodus 3, he said, my name is I am. So you got to stop saying I am poor, I am broke, or, speaking those things into existence because you're using his name in vain. However, you need to start saying, look, I am prosperous. I am wealthy. I am beautiful. I am gorgeous. I am luxury. I am great. I am successful. These are the things that you need to start claiming. See, you gotta stop putting those falsely words, and you gotta stop putting that garbage in the atmosphere. Okay? If you want to be successful, wake up every morning and say, I will be successful. You can't get up in the morning and say, oh, it's gonna be another stressful day, and oh, I just know this is gonna happen. You've already spoken into an existence. So what you need to do is take away that pessimistic attitude and start putting a more positive trajectory out there in the atmosphere. If that makes sense. So what I want to leave you guys with is this. Stay positive, get around positive people. Find you a mentor, not an associate, not an advisor, but a mentor. Find somebody that's willing to teach and coach you how to live life. But you got to find it from people that are actually living life. Before I leave, ask yourself this question. Are you living or are you just existing? I'll say that again. Are you living or are you just existing? My name is Jermaine Horton. I'll see you guys at the beach or I'll see you at the bank. Most definitely at the bank. One word. Let go.